Welcome back to another episode of Saber Team's Corner. I want to talk to you about something that happened in 1995 at Kelly Hill. It's called A Long Run. All right, here we go. This one here happened in 1995's Kelly Hill, Scout Platoon. It was doing a company run early morning, and the company went out. We ran 4 miles that morning as a company. I used to always call cadence on the way back. Never called cadence on the way out, but I always called cadence on the way back. And I always picked up the pace. I don't know why. I used to just do that, make people hurt. I was in top physical shape back then. I used to run 20 miles a week. And I always max out my PT. And so this day, we went out and ran 4 miles. Beautiful day. And when we got back, the whole company got dismissed. And the commander said, "Scout platoon, stand fast." So we stood fast and was like, okay, what's going on here? And he said, stretch out. Get ready. We're going to go back out. We was like, okay. So we went and ran again. This time we ran exactly the same route. And out by the river and everything, it was another 4 miles. And, but on the way back, he deviated a little bit and ran through the woods. And so we could no longer run as a formation. And I think he did that on purpose, just to weed people out, because he saw people was falling out. They were falling out as soon as we started. And not a lot of people in the scout platoon was really in that top physical shape. And so they started falling out. And once we got into the wood line, it was my roommate, my best friend, another sergeant, he was E6 at the time, and lieutenant. And as we was running, I was getting ready to pass. We started running in single files and on the road down on the trails, and lieutenant was like, kept yelling at me, don't pass me, MF, don't pass me, MF, don't you pass me, you MF. I'm giving you a direct order, do not pass me. I was like, oh, okay. I'm thinking to myself, all right, I'm going to pass you, but I'm just not going to pass you on this trail, And so we were running, we was moving hard. The commander, he picked up the pace once we got into the wood line, and everybody felt it. You knew it. You knew he picked up the pace. So we had to keep up with him. I wasn't going to fall out. And the other guys that was with me, they wasn't going to fall out either, because we're all in excellent shape, And so then we got out of the wood line, got back on the road, and we were just boom, boom, boom. And we just running back to the company area. And we was right on his heels. We couldn't pass him, but he was right on his heels. And he looked around. He only saw us 5 there. Lieutenant, once we got back on the road, he started weaving out. He couldn't take it anymore, so I just ended up passing him. I knew he was going to stump out. I knew he wasn't a runner like that, And so we get back to the company area, and as we get back there, the lieutenant, he shows up too. After we got there, and we've taken a break for a while, and then all the stragglers, we didn't even wait on the stragglers, but we can see them starting to come in. Some of them they already went back to the barracks. And he said, "This is what I'm gonna do." He said, "All you guys right here who made it, meet me at Denny's on Victory Drive, and I'm gonna buy you guys breakfast." We was like, all right. So we went in. I went in and got shaved, showered, me and my roommate, and we would go down to the Denny's where he was. And sure enough, we sat down with him, and he bought us breakfast. At that time, you can go down into town in uniform, and so we was in uniform. We sat down and we ate breakfast, and some of the other guys who fell out started to come down there, and because they heard we was at Denny's, he said we was buying this breakfast, and they came down there and he said, "Nope, I am not buying you guys breakfast because you guys fell out. You did not make it through the run." And but we ran a total of 8 miles that morning. So we ran 4 with the company and another 4 with him. And we ended up having breakfast and sat down and talked for a long time with him. And he was kind of a weird commander, real A personality, just standoffish kind of guy. You know, he's probably been one of those West Pointer guys or something, but very weird. And you know, overall, he was a good commander, you know, and as a captain. But he was just a weird individual. And and he said, when we got through eating breakfast, he told us, he said, "Now, you guys don't even show up, come back to work until afternoon. See you guys at 1300. He was like, "That's even better." Because I didn't want to work anyway, you know. And so we left out of there. We still tried to figure out what was the motivation for him to want to run with us again. I think it had something to do with the way we were motivated in the company, calling cadence. We was always yelling out. And, you know, most of the guys in platoon, they were built for to run 4 miles. So they can run 4 miles and sound good, look good, and carry a whole company, you know, 4 miles and back easily. Because the scout platoon always was up front. We always let it out. And on the runs itself, I would stay in the formation on the way out. But once we turned around and come back in, I would actually go out there and call cadence because frankly, I used to get a little bored. So, and the pace would be slow because they'd be like, they're about to turn around and come home. So they'll slow the pace down. So I get out there and call cadence to get them motivated up again. And then we'll pick up the pace just a little bit. And that's when a lot more people fall out, you know. But there was some fun days, good old days. That's when the Army was the Army back then. I don't know what it's like now. Some of you guys want to chime in and, you know, and tell me what it's like in some of the chats. And but I know on Monday we ran 4 miles. Tuesday we ran 4 miles. Wednesday we ran 4 miles. Thursday was sergeant time, and every Friday was battalion run. We only ran 2 miles, and that's the way it went. And with that, I want to say, you guys, this thing was sponsored by Saber Team Tactical. Saber Team Tactical is a training organization, sells body armor and tactical gear, and also does laser engraving. Our training schedule is up on the website, and most of you guys, I'll see you guys on the range.